Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this conversation with a caregiver. I'm Whitney Ortiz with Eliana's Light, and I'm pleased to introduce you to Lauren Cates, who is a licensed massage therapist and the founder of HealWell, www.healwell.org. Lauren speaks and leads workshops around the world on the meaningful integration of massage therapy and presence at the end of life. Thank you, Lauren, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We'd appreciate if you could highlight how you do massage with a child who's in the hospital, and especially one who has recently come out of a medical procedure or surgery, or who is attached to medicine poles, etc.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the things that sets HealWell apart is that our first line of training when we're training our therapists is about noticing the stories you tell. And so even the idea that we would do something different with a child than we might do with an adult is a thing that we try to get away from, that we're really about seeing what's happening with this person in this bed, whether this person is 4 years old or 18 years old or 12 years old. What will be most supportive to this person right now? There are a lot of trainings out there for pediatric massage, and many of them suggest that you will be better received and more effective if you turn the massage into a story where you're sort of planting seeds on the child or making a pizza or turning it into something other than touching them. And we actually at HealWell, we've been working at Children's National Medical Center for the past 8 years, and we've never had to do that, actually. We find that the children are really receptive and that when they're curious, we just have to start where they are. So I have definitely massaged the big toe of a child and said, well, let's start here and see what you think. And then after 10 minutes of massaging their big toe, they say, oh, well, you could massage my kneecap. And then the next week when we come back, they say, this week I want you to massage my shoulder or my back. And so it's really about knowing that because this person is in the hospital, their body has a really huge to-do list, and that my massage is designed to help them check things off of that list rather than to create more things for their body to do.
Thank you. And what are some of the differences that you've seen happen for both the child and the child's caregiver?
Mm-hmm. Well, there are lots of things we observe, both physiologically and maybe emotionally or spiritually, you might say. So we certainly look, many of the children that we work with are on constant monitoring because they're in a critical sort of condition. And so we look and we see that heart rates go down and that oxygen saturation goes up and respiratory rate goes down and things like that, that when a person is in a medical condition like that, those things tend to fluctuate. And so we see either just a smoothing out of those vital signs or just a general, the body sort of going, okay, this is a place that I can be. Because when you're sick and when you're in pain, your brain kind of says your body is somewhere that you don't want to be. And so we get to work with kids in a way that reminds them that even if it's only for this 5 minutes or this 10 minutes that I'm massaging you, you can be in your body, and that can be an okay place to be. And just seeing parents see their children calm like that. We often sort of joke about how it's a twofer because we'll work with a patient in the bed and the parent is sound asleep by the end of the massage. And sometimes the child will say, oh, I don't need a massage, but massage my mom or massage my dad. And again, at the end of it, whoever got the massage, the other person in the room is also sleeping and resting and feeling like, okay, this can be okay, even if it's, again, just for this 5 or 10 minutes.
That's awesome. Do you have any tips that you could share for parents who are often by the bedside? Like, how can they safely massage their child, whether it's an infant, toddler, or a young person? What can they do to empower them?
Yeah.
With safe touch?
Well, one of the things we notice is that when a person becomes sick, whether it's a child or an adult, that they sort of get touched differently. They get touched more medically, or they just get touched less, even by the people who love them and are closest to them. So one of the most fun things that we get to do, I think, is when we walk in and a parent or a sibling is touching the patient, and when we come in, they sort of back away from the bed and they say, oh, the experts are here. And we just invite them to continue to touch the patient and to be there, because we're able to work safely because we know about blood clots and fragile skin and PICC lines and all the things that go with being in the hospital. But what our hands are actually doing is not expert. It's actually just listening and seeing what's useful. So I think my main tip would just be that less is more, and that touch, just kind, calming touch, is really what we're doing. We are redefining massage all the time because people's idea of massage is sort of this vigorous thing that if you got a good massage, you're sore the next day. And what we do is touch people wisely and kindly, and whether they be children or adults, we just say to their body, you can do this. You are doing everything you can do, and I'm just going to be kind and compassionate and safely touch you in this loving way for this next few minutes.
Thank you so much, Lauren. And with Lauren's expertise, we're pleased to share with you a tip sheet for caregivers of children who have complex medical conditions. And it's posted on the resources page of our website, www.elianaslight.org. Thank you for joining us.